Here is the BCTV local and African news summary for Tuesday, September 9th. Residents of Moortown in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County are demanding employment opportunities from ArcelorMittal, Liberia. Liberia public officials have been directed by the president to settle their outstanding property obligations or face penalties. African leaders meeting at a climate conference in Ethiopia have pledged to present Africa as a global model for tackling the climate crisis through green investments. Residents of Moortown in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County staged a peaceful protest on Monday, September 8th, demanding employment opportunities from ArcelorMittal, Liberia. The demonstrators gathered at the county administrative building, insisting that as an affected community, they deserve their fair share of jobs. Youth Chairman Abraham Jua refuted claims by the company that several residents are already employed and warned that if county authorities fail to act, the community may escalate their protest by blocking ArcelorMittal Railway. Authorities and the company are yet to respond to the concerns raised. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has raised an alert following the re-emergence of the deadly Ebola virus in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Liberian news agency reports. The Democratic Republic of Congo's Ministry of Health confirmed the outbreak on September 4, 2025, after 5 samples tested positive. So far, at least 28 suspected cases and 16 deaths, including 4 health workers, have been recorded, with a fatality rate of 57%. ECOWAS is urging member states to strengthen surveillance, particularly at airports, and to prepare rapid response teams, testing capacity, and infection prevention measures. During the 2014 outbreak, Liberia recorded nearly 10,700 cases and more than 4,800 deaths, the highest toll of any affected nation. That tragedy crippled Liberia's health system and left a lasting impact on communities. ECOWAS says it will continue monitoring the situation in the Democratic Republic of Congo. In more local news, the Executive Mansion has announced that President Joseph N. Boakai has issued a directive mandating all appointed public officials to settle their outstanding property tax obligations. According to the directive, officials must pay all arrears, settle 2025 obligations, and present valid tax clearance certificates within 60 days with an October 31 deadline for full compliance. Failure to comply, the Executive Mansion warns, will result in penalties. In a separate development, the Liberian president has departed the country to attend the United Nations General Assembly and Liberia Diaspora conferences in the United States. You're listening to BCTV News Summary. Reuters reports that African leaders meeting at the continent's second climate conference in Ethiopia have pledged to present Africa as a global model for tackling the climate crisis through green investments. The summit comes after the United States withdrawal from the Paris Climate Agreement, a move that weakened the global climate fight. Leaders noted Africa's vulnerability, citing recent landslides, floods, and droughts, and stressed the need for a united stance ahead of the COP30 climate conference and talks in Brazil. And finally, Yahoo News reports that researchers have launched the Africa Next Voices project, the largest known data set of African languages aimed at bridging the AI gap for non-English speaking Africans. The project gathered 9,000 hours of conversation across Kenya, Nigeria, and South Africa in 18 languages, now made open access for developers. Experts say AI could unlock up to $100 billion annually in economic value for Africa, but language accessibility remains a major barrier. To summarize, residents of Moortown in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County have staged a peaceful protest demanding employment opportunities from the steel giant ArcelorMittal Liberia. Liberian public officials have been directed by the president to settle their outstanding property tax obligations or face penalties. And African leaders meeting at a climate conference in Ethiopia are pledging to present Africa as a global model for tackling the climate crisis through green investment. That's the BCTV news summary up to the minute.